Hi. Forgive me for being in more comfortable attire. It's about time to be heading off to bed soon, although I do want to discuss some things I was talking about earlier. In this video, I'm going to be discussing a little bit about politics and the sort, and different people I have known and talked to and had the opportunity to discuss different political ideas. So basically, over the past few years, I was working a lot online. I was doing a lot of activism online through this website, this amazing website called change.org. And I want to repeat that. It's called change.org. And what this website would do, it's a petitioning website, similar to other petitioning websites, and basically what their goals were to help people get victories on their petitions. And this would be a number of things, from anywhere from human rights, animal rights, women's rights. Of course, these are all the different examples of petitions. They had petitions for many different topics, and what's very important is that there's just this sort of thing that many different petitions can help make a difference in many people's lives. There's petitions on Change.org right now to help people in Puerto Rico, to help people in Africa, to help animals that are stranded out in the cold, to help eliminate food waste, to help keep electricity and power on in different parts of the United States that have been affected this past year, such as Texas, Florida, Puerto Rico, you name it. And I really think that while I had my Twitter account and while I was promoting these petitions, I definitely would like to believe that I helped made a difference. I really believe that I did. I believe that I made a difference in what I was involved with. I helped reach out to many people, and I helped these petitions become victories because I constantly promoted them. I promote them every single day, and each day that I promoted them with the power of reaching out and networking and mathematics and the numbers, I had 6,000 followers. It helped me help these people, and I felt very proud of the work I had done, and I really hope that I can continue working with this in the future, and that's my goal. Right now, I'm working on a petition to help free Ahed Tamimi, who is a Palestinian girl who is wrongfully imprisoned by the Israeli Defense Forces because she was defending herself. And these are people that have killed members of her family, and so I think naturally it would create a response in a person to want to fight back against tyranny such as that. And yes, I've had debates with people on my college campus. I've been met with violent opposition myself. I remember back in 2014, I was giving a discussion in response to the crisis between Israel and Palestine. And there were a couple of students who I believed that were Jewish that actually kicked my leg after I had given my speech, and I was walking down the stairs, and I turned around and I looked at them. And I gave them a hard look, like I know what you did. I'm thinking about calling you out, but I don't think I'm gonna start any trouble in front of dozens of people. But I made sure that I was aware that I knew of what they did, and they looked at me and they apologized, kind of sarcastically, and I didn't say anything. I just kept going on my way. But I definitely believe that it is important to stand up for yourself. It is important to speak out and speak up for those who do not have a voice, those who are afraid to speak up, those who are unable to speak up, because many times in this world, many people are silenced. I've been silenced myself, and I'm going to do everything I can to shed light on important issues that we face here in America. There's many important issues. I could go on for hours of all the important issues that we face here in America today. But right now, I want to get back to what I was talking about earlier. I was talking about how I know Ralph Nader very well. He is someone I look up to. I consider him to be a friend and a mentor. There are people that have said to me, well, you know, you're not necessarily friends with Ralph. He's more of an acquaintance. But I would like to consider him my friend. And I would like to work for him if given the opportunity. I believe, you know, at times, you know, living in Connecticut can be so isolated and you know, especially living in rural Connecticut, I really believe it is isolated here. Especially when, you know, you have distance between you and other cities, you know, it's like, I think I live like 2.5 hours away from Boston. I live an hour and a half away from New York City, and driving to New York City is prohibitive, and the same thing with driving up to Boston. That's why I had my petition, you know, expand commuter bus service throughout Connecticut, and then I'd be able to go to all the places I wish to visit, and you know, go to baseball games, go to events, go to music festivals, you name it. But I've been denied that so many times, and I think there are many factors involved in that. I'm not going to go into a lot of details about that. You know, it is very much as though, you know, society, certain areas of society wants to have control over the other. I see that a lot between the baby boomers and the millennials. I certainly see that a lot of baby boomers are still trying to maintain a stranglehold grip over the millennial generation. That is a lot of the millennials are gonna break through that in the next few years, and I really believe that. I really believe that many of us are gonna stand up for our rights, and we're gonna stand up for economic justice and human rights and all these important issues that we will all be facing in the next few years, in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. Because we were facing a lot of problems. You know, we have, you know, a lot of problems with the economy. It is artificially inflated. You have the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which has been artificially inflated the past few years or so. I have money invested myself. No, I'm not a millionaire yet, but I would hope to strive to be one at some point, so I can help benefit myself and have financial security for myself, and hopefully be able to impart my wisdom on to other people. So those are among my goals, and I definitely want to make a big difference in this world. In the world, it's definitely it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the challenges. I'm ready for the uphill battle. I'm ready for it all. I'm ready to, even with my Twitter account, I'm going to be talking about that in the next week or so. I'm going to start back at square one. I've already established a second Twitter account with over 150 followers. And I know it's going to take a long time to get 6,000 followers again, but I'm ready for this. You know, I've always had to deal with setbacks my entire life. It's no big deal. You know, it's like the Japanese proverb: fall down 7 times, stand up 8. You know, I've fallen down 100 times, and I've stood back up 101 times, and I will continue that pattern. Hopefully, you know, I'll be able to have better control of my footing at some point. But other than that, I do believe it is important to look after yourself and also look after other people, because that's how society works, you know, and that's how society should work. I believe it's important to look after other people. You know, when you leave behind others and you leave people in the dirt, that's not what a real society is all about. That's being selfish, and it's wrong, and it's unjust. So I want to conclude this video with saying that it is getting late, and that I will add more videos in the next few days. I know this is there's a lot of things coming up. I have to register for classes. I have a lot of stuff going on. I have stuff I have to take care of. I have books I have to finish reading. But other than that, I will conclude this video with saying good night, and that I wish everyone watching this well. Thank you.